Well, we're live. I don't know what any of this does. How do we share? Can we share this with people? How do we... Oh, we can share it like this. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is the very first, very first. Well, no, it's not my first live stream on YouTube. It's my first live stream since changing up what I do. Since putting out silly little video clips. Wearing my Power Red shirt. You know how it goes. I'm just streaming through the YouTube studio, which is pretty cool. No, like, I can't put any music or anything on. Well, for reasons other than not having it run through OBS or whatever. But, So this will probably just be saved on my YouTube channel, I would imagine. So for those looking back on this as whatever, another video, this whole thing, this whole channel is kind of being revamped away from games and more so along the lines of commentary. Definitely game commentary. I definitely want to talk about games in general, but like the political atmosphere that we're all experiencing is also important to me because I spent a long time just being like, I don't really care about it. I don't really need to know what's going on. And what I found was that it couldn't have been farther from the truth. So while I do expect to lose a few subscribers, even though I only have a few to begin with, I expect it to eventually like kind of find my niche, as it were. So I'm not all that worried at the moment, but I do expect people to, kind of fall off the map a little bit, which is fine. Like I said, I'm not butthurt. I understand that my opinions oftentimes are unpopular ones. So again, you can like it or not, and then just kind of move on. But so those people who are looking back on this video and who aren't in the live stream, and I don't expect any people to show up, but for those who do or who will in future, thank you for joining the channel, and thank you for kind of keeping an eye on what's going on, because like the politically confused segment is kind of going right now, is that it's really just kind of stepping up and commenting on stuff that I'm just like, what in the hell? Like what's going on? Why are we living in this seemingly weird, like upside down world? It's tough, and I don't expect anyone to come out and have the answer. I don't know if I know that all of the world's problems aren't necessarily solved because people want to solve them or because we're all sitting down talking about them. But I think an initial great first step is actually talking about the world and what's going on, not just accepting that it's this awful, awful place that no one can escape from, and that we're all just kind of beholden to this really like kind of shitty narrative. I think it's oftentimes a little skewed in ways that we don't, we just don't have to believe. Just a lot of, and I've spent countless hours like reading new stuff and talking about things with good friends disagreeing with good friends, losing friends, all in the name of, I don't know, progressivism. I guess it's kind of a weird thing, because I always thought of like liberals in this way, that we were very malleable. Like we were very, like, our belief system wasn't set in any sort of stone, that we could kind of move past differences. We could, your views on the world could change. And the more I started like looking about the world, the more I realized that that wasn't the case. I was starting to see that conservatives seem to have a better grasp on like what was happening throughout the world, what was going on here at home, and then also, like, I don't know if changing their views, because I think both sides is kind of dug in on what they believe in, but they conservatives seem to have a much more open mind to the world. And a lot of this, I guess, to people who are just stumbling upon my channel who knew me before, is probably thinking like, wow, this is a pretty big change up from where you were before. And that's fine. Like, I think, and I think I'm that's the one thing I'm proud of, is the fact that I didn't fully like succumb to this, like, this is how I think, and that's what defines me, and that's it. This is my skin color, this is my, religion, blah blah blah, and that's all. It's all thought out for me, and I'm done, and I just follow that path. So it's kind of nice that I didn't really fall into that, because I was for a long time, and then I was just like, things are adding up the way I thought they should, or I was being told they should. I think that's better. I think I was being told, this is how the world is, this is what's going on, believe it. And then when I just didn't quite believe it, I just said, well, I'm going to I just kept stepping back a little bit. I kept stepping back and being like, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm going to look a little bit more into this. And then things seem to have snowballed out of control. Like, where I think we started at I think the irony is that we started at this peak and we started rolling downhill. And as we rolled down the hill, progressives, you're starting to hit peak wokeness, right? So as you get to the bottom and it kind of levels off, you're getting so fast. And once you get to the bottom, that's like your peak, right? You're hitting rock bottom. I don't know. I don't know. That's mostly why the segment's called Politically Confused, because I don't know. The things I'm being told from the progressive left don't add up. They don't add up, and they don't make me feel good. I think that's where it goes. And it's hard because my Twitter following is kind of all based in this like very progressive world, right? It's in a place where no one likes to think outside of the box. If you do, you're just like muted or blocked or whatever, and it's hard to put myself into. It's been hard to like kind of put myself out there as someone who's been questioning what's going on in the world at large, and scary because, at the end of the day, you feel like I don't want to lose whatever friends in whatever capacity they are that I played games with. Like, I spent years developing relationships with people, and that it seems like close to becoming like close to an end, because I can't take the stuff I see, and I get sad and emotional when I feel I can't have an opinion outside of what someone else's is. And it's difficult. It's difficult because it's In a world that boasts such high connectivity, there's there is much to be desired for feeling connected right now. I do not feel connected to really anyone. And it feels like when you have an opinion, when you have opinions such as mine or others like me, you're pushed to the fringes, and you are made to feel alone. Like what you're saying, and what you're reading about is all some form of indoctrination or radicalization. I've had people I've known for years say that to me. Years. But it's always prefaced with a big like, oh, but you're such a smart guy. Why are you going down this path? You're so smart. It's a hard feeling. It's a hard feeling to have. It's really difficult. But I don't think I'm going to give up so easily. Through, whether it's dislikes or losing subscribers or whatever, I don't feel I do anyone any justice by continuing to just agree, to be agreeable. I think the only way to feel any sense of good or accomplishment is to fight against the grain. And if I lose friends in the matter, it does, like, I feel that they weren't friends anyway. If they can't really actually approach me, or even on the side, even if not in a public forum, even if it's not through some sort of like Twitter conversation. I mean, I hope it's not through a Twitter conversation. I hope it's through a direct message on Discord or whatever. I mean, I hope people reach out who disagree and say, and those are the people I really want to hear from most. Like, I would rather you didn't give, like, if you're going to give a thumbs down in a video, put a comment in there as well. Like, explain yourself. And even if I don't respond to it directly, it'll keep me thinking, like, what is the other side thinking? Because that's how this started. It started with me being like, I call bullshit. I'm going to research more. And I did. And the more I went down the hole of like, I'm going to understand the opposition. Why does someone like Ben Shapiro? Why does someone like Jordan Peterson? Why does someone like Steven Crowder get all this garbage dumped on them? Why are their voices trying to be silenced? And I still don't really, I mean, I understand, but I don't understand why people can't think like maybe there's something to it. Like, even though they're quite abrasive in their delivery, maybe what they're trying to say means something. I don't know. But I don't think giving up, I don't think making 5 videos and then being like, oh, I haven't seen any success. Someone disliked my video. I don't think that's grounds for stopping. I think it's grounds for more. I think it's, because it's not an easy task, right? When I was first doing this, it was really hard to sit through a video by those guys, listening or reading a tweet from Shapiro, or, watching a Crowder video, or listening to Peterson talk. I was just like, oh my God. And then I was like, I'm just going to give it a video. And I'll be like, okay, let me just, watch another one in case that one's just like a one-off. Oh, consistency. Like, there was actual evidence to back up their claims. And then you start realizing, oh, there's some substance to what they're saying. There's actual substance to what they're saying. They're not just talking out of their ass. So I don't know. I'm hoping to do more and more videos coming in the very near future. I usually find something to talk about every day. I probably won't do much on the weekends just because it's usually like my time off. So if I can do this during the week, like right before bed, post something for the next day, that's awesome. Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, kind of have my days off. But we'll see how it goes. If there's something big enough going on, of course, I'll try and comment about it. But I hope this video finds everyone well. Again, like I said, people who disagree with the videos, I encourage you to comment. I encourage you to reach out through whatever means you have to contact with me. I believe my direct messages are open on Twitter, so you're always welcome to send me a message on there. The links are in the descriptions of the videos. Stick with the politically confused playlist for now, as that's the one that's updated the most often. But yeah, again, like most of these conservative voices, I'd rather hear from people who don't agree with me than do, because the point of this is not to remain in an echo chamber. The point is to continually vet what I know to be true, or what I think I know to be true. So you guys be good. Check in with me soon, and I hope to hear from you again.